Tammy Slaton's transformation has been nothing short of miraculous. From the very first season of 1000, LB SISTRR, she was the one fans feared wouldn't make it. Battling obesity, addiction, depression, and years of trauma, Tammy seemed to be teetering on the edge of collapse. But now, after years of struggle and setbacks, she's not only walking on her own, she's living on her own terms. And while her journey is an inspiring triumph, it might spell the end for the show that brought her into the spotlight. From codependence to control. At the heart of 1000, LB SISTRR was the complex and often codependent relationship between Tammy and her younger sister Amy. Viewers tuned in to see them bicker, laugh, support each other, and fall apart, all while navigating their individual weight loss journeys. Amy, always the more mobile and energetic of the two, often acted as Tammy's caretaker. She cooked, cleaned, drove her to appointments, and even took the brunt of Tammy's frequent outbursts. Tammy, meanwhile, depended heavily on her family for both physical and emotional support, unable to break the cycle of comfort eating and resistance to change. But that Tammy is gone. In her most recent appearances and social media updates, Tammy has become a radically different person. She's lost over 400 pounds, no longer needs her wheelchair, and has been spotted going on walks, traveling, and living independently. The trach tube that once symbolized her brush with death has been removed. Her speech is clearer, her posture is stronger, and her smile more frequent. It's the kind of evolution fans always hoped for, but now that she's independent, what role does the show serve? A star reclaimed. Tammy's independence has done more than just improve her health. It's given her back her sense of identity. For years, she was seen as the antagonist in her own story, unmotivated, self-sabotaging, and at odds with everyone trying to help her. But behind the scenes was a woman grappling with deep pain. Tammy has opened up about the emotional trauma of losing family members, battling self-worth issues, and growing up in poverty. For someone who spent her entire life being told what she couldn't do, claiming her autonomy now feels revolutionary. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. She's not just a participant in a TLC reality series anymore, she's the architect of her future. And she knows it. Her TikToks and Instagram stories now showcase a woman who knows how to pose, how to talk to her fans, and how to laugh at herself while still setting boundaries. There's a glimmer in her eyes that wasn't there before, a look that says, "I've come too far to go back." In that sense, Tammy has outgrown the premise of 1000, LB SISTRR. And she's not alone. Amy's own transformation. While Tammy has undergone an incredible physical and emotional transformation, Amy has been on her own path, one that's equally impactful, though much more subtle. She became a mother, not once, but twice, and has been navigating the complicated world of single parenthood following her separation from her husband, Michael. Though she struggled to maintain her weight loss goals while raising 2 toddlers, Amy has matured emotionally. She's also expressed frustration with being painted in one light by the show, the supportive sister who holds everyone together. As both sisters evolve, their stories no longer revolve around being 1,000-pound sisters. They are no longer united by shared physical limitations, but by the deeper, more universal challenges of adulthood, independence, motherhood, grief, and personal growth. The original premise, 2 morbidly obese sisters trying to qualify for bariatric surgery, has been fulfilled, and then some. What's left to explore when the conflict is gone? The TLC dilemma. For TLC, this creates a bit of a dilemma. Reality TV thrives on conflict, chaos, and the arc of struggle. Viewers love to watch redemption stories, but once those stories reach their resolution, the momentum can fizzle out. Tammy's dramatic weight loss and newfound independence might be a satisfying conclusion for her arc, but it's hard to build an entire season around someone thriving quietly in peace. Producers could try to pivot the show into a slice-of-life format, focusing on Tammy's new lifestyle, dating life, travels, or even entrepreneurship, but that doesn't promise the same drama that kept viewers hooked for 5 seasons. There's a reason shows like My 600 Pounds Life rarely follow up long-term with success stories. The struggle is the spectacle. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. And while Amy and Tammy's brother, Chris, or half-sister Amanda, have been fan favorites, they can't carry the show without Tammy at the center. Without the friction between Tammy and the rest of the family, without the high stakes of her health, the interventions, the breakdowns, the show risks becoming just another family docuseries in a crowded landscape. Independence versus entertainment. Tammy's story now challenges the very foundation of reality TV. Audiences say they want to see people get better, get healthier, find peace, but what happens when they do? There's a tension between Tammy's personal growth and the genre that made her famous. The show, at its core, needed her to be sick, struggling, and unpredictable. Tammy no longer fits that mold. She's not screaming at her family or sneaking junk food anymore. She's setting goals, moving into her own place, and possibly dating with more clarity and maturity. That's inspiring, but not necessarily binge-worthy. And maybe that's okay. Maybe the real legacy of 1000 LB Sisters isn't about keeping the story going, but about ending it when it's right on a high note, with Tammy walking confidently into her next chapter. What's next for Tammy? With the show potentially winding down, Tammy has more opportunities than ever to expand her brand and step into a new space as a public figure. She could easily launch a YouTube channel, sharing her experiences, advice, and day-in-the-life vlogs. She could write a memoir, something raw and unfiltered that dives deeper into her past than TLC ever could. There's even potential for motivational speaking, brand partnerships, or launching her own wellness journey platform for people struggling with extreme obesity. And she wouldn't be the first reality star to parlay her journey into something bigger. Consider how Jersey Shore stars reinvented themselves, or how The Biggest Loser contestants found careers as fitness coaches or authors. Tammy has an audience, a story, and now, finally, the control over how it's told. A graceful exit? If 1000 LB Sisters were to end soon, it could be one of the few reality shows that concludes with genuine hope. No explosive finales, no betrayals, no dramatic breakdowns, just the quiet, powerful triumph of a woman who refused to let her circumstances define her. There's also something poetic about the idea of the show ending not because of tragedy, but because the mission was accomplished. It started as a desperate effort to save 2 sisters from the brink of death. It succeeded. Tammy is alive. She's thriving. That's worth celebrating. The final season, if it comes, could be a tribute to everything Tammy, Amy, and their family have overcome. It could showcase Tammy walking unassisted into her future, hugging her nephews, maybe even driving a car for the first time in years. It could be the closure fans have longed for, even if it means saying goodbye. The bigger picture. Tammy Slaton's journey isn't just about weight loss. It's about reclaiming power. She's proven that even the most unlikely redemption stories are possible with persistence, support, and the courage to face hard truths. Her independence is a victory not just for her, but for every person watching who felt stuck in their own struggle. If her independence marks the end of 1000 LB Sisters, then what a glorious ending it would be. And in the grand scheme of things, maybe the real plot twist is that we were never just watching a reality show. We were witnessing a resurrection. Subscribe the channel to get such videos.